What's going on, guys? If you guys are here, you guys are probably wondering how exactly did I make my gauge clusters come from this to this. As you guys see here, I got the R33 Gtst gauge cluster, and then right here we have our new gauge faces converted into miles per hour. You guys are probably wondering why I'm going to do this, and the reason I like to do that is because I would like to know the speed limit that I'm going instead of always having to guess. And then even though I've tried many times to remember how fast I'm going and what kilometers is what, it's still like math for me, and I'm always guessing, and I'm afraid to get pulled over. So this is why I'm doing it. Plus, I get the cool gauge white faces. I'm going to put the link down in the bio. Also, the link down in the bio for these. These are red LEDs. I'm going to try these out. So these will be the red for the red lights because I can't even see nothing at nighttime. And these are from Cruizin Central. This will also be in the link in the description as well. I'll let them know that King Zeus sent you. Yeah. I'm not actually sponsored by them, but it'd be nice to know that I'm helping them out and helping out the community. Now this right here, they didn't come with this, but I'm pretty sure you guys can custom these on the back. They look like they got different kind of stuff on there. I actually just took some decal and I cut this out for SKYLINE. I'm also going to put Gtst underneath it before I actually get this thing installed. We got to go to Walmart today and put that on there as well. I'm going to cut that out and stick that on there. I've just been thinking about something else, how I can make it just different than what it is. In case anybody else has their own, it's more custom for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking all these little bulbs out first. I'm going to go ahead and replace it with these as well. The best place to do is to hook it up whenever it's at nighttime. Hook it up and make sure all the bulbs are working. Now you guys might have to flip them around. If one bulb don't look right in the right spot, you can always take the bulb out and switch it over to another side. And that's what we're going to do as well. We're going to check and make sure it's okay. Literally took me just a couple of seconds. So cool. Next up, I'm going to hit all these with the flathead, and then we're going to pull this fascia off here, this little plastic piece. We're going to clean it up really nicely before we reinstall, make sure there's no fingerprints. Once we have removed that cover here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the other tabs on the back side, like that. Now once we have taken this off, should slide right out, and bam, voila. Now what I'm going to do is make sure to take a picture of everything that goes somewhere. As far as I know, I do have a full gas gauge, so that's only the needle that's up. And hopefully everything turns out all right. We'll see. So I'm not going to lie, these are a pain in the butt to remove. I removed all these, so they do pop off, but you guys have to be careful because my plastic broke. So I'm going to have to replace that one eventually. These two I'm having a lot of trouble getting out. I'm using 2 fingers. I don't know if you can use like a plier, but I was trying using this, but I don't want to break anything. So you got to be very extra careful with these things. You don't want to break nothing. So I still got 3 left. Once I get on this side, I don't know if these peel off in the back or maybe I'll have to get some glue, but I believe it'll go here like this. You want to take off your little nipple, put it inside of that one. Be very careful not to lose that. First time I got this one out, it jumped off. And I don't know, I had looked forever to look for it. Got to take that one off, and that one off. Sorry, we're cleaning today, but yeah, here we go. Next up, to get out this one right here, we're going to do one here, one here, one here, one here. I think it should pull off. There's 2 screws right there for the boost gauge. One thing I have found about this one, is the only one I feel like that's off. It's got this little groove that goes around up here on these holes. So you guys can see, there's a lot of lip there. I think I might cut this lip off because it seems like it's on this, whatever this coil is, and I don't like it. So we're gonna cut right. And there's the finished product. I don't know if I should put glue here or either this guard right here will push this down, but I guess I will find out and see. Now for the boost gauge, I actually had to play with it a little bit to get it back in the regular side. It was actually going all the way back to this little part right here. So I just took the needle back off. I pulled it this way, took the needle back off, let it reset. Then I put it back on straight, and then it just went to exactly where it should be. Hasn't moved from there. Next up, we're going to have to go get some glue at the glue store, I guess. Maybe some, not so strong glue, but some kind of glue. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So we stopped by my local store. We got some super glue brush nozzle. I'm just going to put a little bit of dabs on each corner of it and possibly in the center. And then we're going to put all the faces on top and I'm going to call it a day. This is the aftermath of what I got on my gauges. Next, I'm going to have to put the Gtst up here real quick before I put everything back together. So I'm going to go ahead and put the needles back on, then we're going to go to Walmart. So that was very simple and very easy. It's a tedious process, obviously, as you guys can see. But, I mean, it's a very tedious process, but not super hard. Just remember where your gauges go. And most of them are set at normal, except for your gas gauge. So... So what I found out is that even though I tried not to mess up the gauge cluster, I pretty much messed up every single gauge besides the turbo gauge. So if you guys can see right here, they're at a plane level, right? This one is not at a plane level. That one's not at a plane level, which they should be. So that means that all my gauges are like that much off on every single gauge. Besides my gas, I don't know. But what I'm gonna do for my gas is I'm gonna go fill up my tank again, and then I'm just gonna put it wherever the gas gauge goes. I don't know if it resets or not, but I'm gonna put it where the gas gauge should go on full, so that way I know it's full at all times, you know. So this one, I'm gonna actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all this back off, right? And then I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna take the plastic off. Then I'm gonna start the car, and then I'm gonna like once you turn off the key, you see where they're off. So once I turn over the key like that, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it off where it's at 1, pull it off and put it back at 0, and then do it all the same for the rest of these. So that way I can fix them. I hope that makes sense. But somehow I messed it up. I tried my best to not mess it up, and somehow it's still messed up. And we're gonna see if this fixes the issue, which I really hope it does. After you guys see this picture, after I turn over the key, it was going to about the 1 mark and the 10 mark. So it was about 10 off. What I did was I just took the face cover off, and I'm just adjusting it as it goes. So now when I turn the key over all the way, now they are in the exact places that they need to be. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the cold. So what it was doing was going halfway here. So whenever the car was hot or normal, whenever the car was in normal, it was about up here. I didn't like that. So now we're gonna readjust it down here. And the gauge should already be where it needs to be. So I'm just gonna put it like right around here, and it should be around mid halfway. So yeah, just you guys gotta pull these off and just adjust them as they go. Sorry, I accidentally turned on these. This thing is kind of a hole to take out, so I'm just gonna leave that in there and try to work around it. But as far as the gas gauge, I should have filled up my gas tank full before I did this, but my dummy self decided to do my valve covers instead. And when I did my valve covers, I accidentally cracked my valve covers. So guys, torque specs are a big thing, or maybe just hand tightening is a big thing. Make sure you guys do that too. So now I'm going to have to just hope that, you know, the gas, it didn't even read that well anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But everything else, I fixed this. This was about halfway. I fixed that. So whenever this was on, it was going straight up and down underneath this, so that's not good. So we adjusted that where it needs to go. This is fine. These are good. This is, I don't know, but we're going to readjust this one over here, and we're going to start the car and see how that goes. Now, whenever I turn over the key, now they all stay where they're supposed to. Hey, so after I start the car, it should go back to the original settings where they originally are supposed to be. Also, I got some different LEDs here that I got off of Etsy, I believe. I'll put the link also in the bio if you guys want to get your new LEDs. I kind of left this side red because I thought it was kind of cool with the 7 and the 8. So I left that side, the red LED. But check it out. Now we got white LEDs. Now, I don't really know if it's just an R33 thing or what, but I don't know how come it doesn't light up that well over here or over here, you know what I'm saying? But when I look behind the gauge, there's no like light bulb that goes right over here. So I don't really understand that. But I mean, it's a lot better than it was with the crappy lighting I had. So it'll be a little bit easier to see at nighttime. And yeah, look at that red. That looks pretty sick. I like that for sure. That's like the warning sign, the warning sign. If you guys have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more stuff about this R33. We're trying to do things a little different around here. So now we got miles per hour instead of kilometers, which a lot of people think is kind of cool with the kilometers because, you know, Japan. But I think it's pretty cool because now I know how fast I'm going. And I don't got to worry about speed limits and speed tickets and try to give them a sob story about why I'm not going the speed limit. But yeah, thank you guys. Guys, have a great one.